Hello there and welcome. Today this video is going to be on the classification of files. This video is a long time coming. One of my subscribers had commented on one of my previous videos and asked me for this video, and I don't want to talk about how long it's been, but I am finally here and I'm gonna go ahead and get this video out about the classification of files for you. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Okay, so there are 5 classification of files. You have your alphabetical, numerical, chronological, geographical, and subject classifications. Now in this video, we're going to go into detail about each, and for some of them, I'm going to give you some examples. Okay, alphabetical classification. In alphabetical classification, the names are ordered alphabetically. Now, this can be in ascending order, where you go in order from the first letter of the alphabet to the last letter of the alphabet, so A, B, C, D, or in descending order, where you start from Z and then make your way back to A. This type of classification is usually used in reference books like telephone directories, dictionaries, because it makes the information a lot easier to find. And sometimes 2 or more files may have the same names, so you may have to figure out another way to differentiate the files by using, you can still use alphabetical classification. And alphabetical filing classification is one of the easiest and simplest to understand, because one of the first things that we learn to do is read. Next thing we learn to do is count. So a lot of times with alphabetical filing, it's really easy for us to just identify things in alphabetically, so that we can use it as a point of reference. Okay, our next one is numerical classification. Now in numerical classification, each file is given a number, and the files are arranged in numerical or number order. The numerical system can be further divided into 3 additional categories. For the purpose of high school, you don't really go into as many of these as possible, but I do know that they deal a little bit with the terminal digit filing, which basically deals with the last few digits in a number. So for example, you ever been on a phone call and the person would ask you, what's the last few digits of your social security number, or the last few digits of your credit card number? So that would be an example of terminal digit filing system. Now the next one is chronological classification. Now these records are filed by date, and this filing system is often classified with the assistance of the subject classification. But you order the files in the order that they occur. So you may have be in a doctor's office, and you want to deal with today's patients. They may not be in alphabetical order, but when the doctor sees them by schedule, so one after another after another. So that would be an example of chronological classification. Or if you have a bunch of, if you're doing billing and you have bulk files, you'll have billing for each date. Or banking is a perfect example of where they use the chronological classification. Okay, what was your till for this day, and what was your till amount, closing amount for this day, and so on and so forth. So this system is rather suitable for small businesses and businesses that are dealing with tasks as they occur on a regular basis. Like I mentioned, doctors' offices, banks, etc. Geographical classification. These files are arranged according to their locations or addresses, and usually they'll use street names, town names, states, countries, districts, etc. You can use any one of these categories to basically order or arrange your files. And these tend to be used a lot in multinational corporations or organizations because it helps them to keep a track of, what their business in a certain area, as opposed to just generalizing across the board for different countries and cities, etc. And then we have our subject classification. Under this system, all documents concerned with a particular subject are grouped together in one file no matter what. I don't know if any of you have ever played a game where you would draw lines and you would have everybody take turns and you would say, okay, we're dealing with the letter A. You need to figure out an animal that starts with A, a food that starts with a country that starts with a boy name that starts with a girl name that starts with A, anything like that. Under this system, you basically arrange your file using some other classification system. And a lot of times alphabetical filing system goes well with the subject classification, because then you can order the names in alphabetical order. So subject classification doesn't always stand alone, and it needs the assistance of another classification system. And in business organizations, they may use this classification to maintain files, because they may have different areas of business that they're doing. One area may be billing, one area may be receipts payable, accounts payable, sorry. One category may be accounts receivable, one category may be petty cash. Whatever the subject is, this is a great system for small businesses to use on a day-to-day basis to maintain files. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry it took so long. Please like, comment, subscribe, and in the comment section, please let me know what other video you would like for me to lecture, what other subject or topic you'd like for me to lecture on. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time.